What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man, Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let me start off by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Having said all of that, man, welcome to the show. I want to start off by saying, first of all, thank everybody. I appreciate you all. Had a lot of emails, a lot of inboxes, messages, celebrating my birthday with me. I appreciate you guys, all right? I wasn't on all the way, but I was there. All right, so we good. All right, appreciate you guys. That's what it's about, the support and making sure somebody get their flowers while they're still here. All right, let's get this show started. Okay, today, man, look, I spoke with this guy today. I was on Facebook a little bit, and I'm looking and I'm listening. Shout out to Bobby Peoples, and he said, Greg, this is one guy you need to get on the show. And he said, check out his movie. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check it out right now. And I started the movie and I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait a minute. I saw this movie last week, okay? And then I saw it, I saw it twice actually. Saw it last week and I'm like, this is the same movie. And I was pissed off because of the ending, because it's gonna make me wait to see another one 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Gina, you know how I am, man. I want to see the sequel next week.
I just logged on like at 6:59. Because I had to see the ending. I'm like, I'm gonna
was it a good movie or not? Was I lying?
It was a good movie.
Man, come on, man.
It was a good movie.
Come on, man. My man.
And I'm like, I have to see the ending. So I got to see the ending right before it was time to log on.
And I'm telling you, now we gotta wait 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months for the next one to come out, man. But I think KC gonna do his thing. Okay. His name is KC Carson, y'all. Let me tell you, man, this guy, he's grew up in Detroit, and he's really an example of what hard work, dedication is. Man, look, if you really want to do this, if you want to do anything, hard work, dedication, this man show you how to do it. All right, no doubt. Okay, and we had a great talk, and you know how you talk to somebody, Gina, and you got a friend for life. That's that dude. That's that dude right there. Mo, Mo?
Man, y'all, excuse my avatar, but I'm gonna tell you something. I have spent the last 160 miles listening and peeking at this movie. This shit is fire, buddy.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I didn't go all the way to the end because I had to log on. I was thinking, I'm pulling up into Nashville right now, and by the time I get to the house, and I said, well, let me just get on. I know the parts that the main parts that was in the show. It was good, man. I mean, oh my goodness, man. That plot, I like every bit of it. That plot was crazy. You talking about the curves? I mean, between the mama and all that stuff. No.
Yeah, don't say too much. Don't say too much.
No, that plot was off the chain.
But see, again, now we gotta wait 4, 5, 6, 7 months for the new one to come out, but I'm gonna see if I can convince him to do it sooner. You know what I mean? But everybody this guy's out of Detroit, man. His studio's right near the crib, all right? For real, all right? This is my man. We got to bring him on. We got to talk. Okay, this is my man KC Carson. What's going on, KC?
What's going on?
Welcome.
How you doing? Man. Happy belated birthday, man.
I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for giving us this time too, because I know you're busy. All right, and everybody, I also gotta tell everybody, man. Look, my son had surgery. He good. He's good. All right. Matter of fact,
We were praying for him. We
if
knew
y'all
he
hear all
was
that
gonna
noise,
get
all that
good.
clinking and clacking right now, that's him right here.
He clicking and clacking.
This is my guy.
Hey, son, we were praying for you.
Thank you.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Hey, Jordan, that's KC Carson right there. We're gonna watch this movie. I'm gonna watch it again, KC. We'll watch the movie when I get done. All right.
You know what I have to do? I have to go back on and put the thumbs up. Who was that told us about the thumbs up? Casey?
Yeah.
Mark Casey told us about the thumbs up.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure I go back on there and put my thumbs up because I know that counts.
We got to do it, man, because I want everybody, before we even start talking to my man, I want everybody to go and check this movie out. Everybody, because it's a good movie. This man put his heart, soul, thought, all of that. He put all of that in there, man. So welcome again to
it was shot really well. I love the way the camera moved, and I know I'm stepping in your zone, bro, but I love the way the camera moved around the room with the characters.
I appreciate
it. It was like I was in the room with them.
I was talking to KC earlier, man, and I was just telling him, look, we see a lot of movies. We know a lot of creators. We know a lot of directors and actors and this and that. I saw this movie last week, and I was like, damn, this shit is real. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And till I got to the end, KC.
Oh, man.
I love the movie, but I'm mad because now we got to wait 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months to go see the next one. Okay. KC, tell me that ain't true.
Damn.
I'm on my plate right now, so let's go. You got to wait a little second.
So it is going to be a part 2.
No, we're going to definitely do a part 2. I'm in the process now, kind of gathering my thoughts of exactly what I want the sequel to look like. When you're doing action, you don't want to take a step back. So I can only excel and go further with this next one. So I'm talking about rocket launchers, grenades, buildings blowing up, shooting out of helicopters. Woo. So it's not an easy task, I'll say, and it's going to definitely require a big budget from us. So make sure
on the buildings and all that.
I want to make sure, like with this one, we take it, a step further. So when you look at the Equalizer franchise, Expendables, John Wick, I want to be able to,
I told you, bro.
Do the same thing and go a little bit further with what we're doing.
Most definitely, man. Well, you definitely
I'm talking to my bro right now because I appreciate the fact that you looked at the little things. Some of the things that I would have been like, how in the world them teenagers know how to shoot a gun? You explained all of that in the movie at the, with the dialogue.
Yep.
Those are the things that I would be criticizing. My brother don't feel, but there are people that watch movies that be seeing those little things and wondering, like, how is that happening?
Yep.
I definitely think I got a good team with me. I can't take all the credit myself and say I did this. I've got a strong team behind me, and the details are something that's important. If you look at the basketball gym, the shooting, you can see the bullets on the ground. If you can see when Dallas was coming out of the shed, you saw the bullets hitting the glass breaking. You saw them hitting the actual apparatus itself. In the warehouse when they were shooting, you could see dust flying up from the bullets hitting. You can see on one of the scenes the water bottles exploded. So when we were in post-production, I was real big. Shout out to Cardiac Films, Martez Brooks. It's my partner. He's our DP, which that's our camera guy. He edits, does our special effects. So during the editing process, I was real big and kind of anal on the details.
Good. See, I'm not the only one.
Yeah, in the real world, you shoot a bullet at a window, that window got to be hit. You got to show it. So I wanted to make sure that people got some of the details, even with, you know, the blood splatter and where the blood was splatter at, how it went. I wanted to make sure it was realistic and that it looked good. So that was a big deal for us.
That's what's up. It did feel real.
I
So
appreciate
KC, let me ask you, bro. How did you get this passion, man? I mean, I know you've been in the corporate world, and now you're doing films. I mean, how did you get this passion?
I always enjoy writing. My dad is an educator. So growing up in my household, writing was something that you didn't have a choice to do. Essays, thesis, everything. Like we had to write, and he would take the red ink pen and mark it up, and you didn't have a comma here, and make sure you understand the adjective was supposed to describe and everything with it. So I would write stories and different things like that. But I was working on a project for Wayne County a couple years ago, and somebody was asking me like, "Hey, have you ever thought about investing into a movie?" And at the time, I'm like, oh man, nobody I know make movies. And it was like, no, I got this movie, and I think you'd enjoy the script. Take a look at it. And I'm like, okay, well, just send me something. They sent over the information. I looked it over, and it was like, let's give it a shot. And that was my very first movie at the time, called Asbury Park. And at that time, it was more just the business for me. It was investment and trying to kind of understand the business. And I liked it. Every day on set was something different. You're meeting new people. So at the time, I said, I need to educate myself. So I spent like the next 2 years just researching the movie business and understanding all of the facets of it. Fast forward a couple years later, I meet a writer, and she's telling me, she's like, I got this script, like I got a concept for this movie Gunplay, shout out to Ashley Marie. And she gave me the script, and I told her, I said, it got some legs to it. I think it's good. How would you feel about me rewriting it, making it great? And she's like, I mean, I trust you, go for it. And I sat down and, started rewriting it and changing things and adding things. And here we are.
That's what's up, bro. I mean, and here we are. And you know what? That's why I put you on that solo, man, because I've been sharing this so people can hear your story, number one, and your journey to every movie, every Tubi thing, everybody I can find, okay? Because I need people to see this movie. They got to see this movie.
Now, what was crazy, this was my first time writing.
And see, that is the crazy, and we were talking about that. It's your first time directing too, right?
So I've been executive producer. I produced, and I've directed on set and everything, but just 100% on my own, completely top to bottom. It was my first time directing an entire project on my own. It was my first time writing a project on my own.
So were you afraid of the undertaking?
Nah, man. What you what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail?
That's what's up, man. So again, we're talking with Mr. KC Carson. He's a filmmaker. He's a director, man. He's a producer. He probably do a whole bunch of other shit I ain't said, okay, but still got him here, okay. But the thing that I need everybody to understand is this, okay. He's just like all of us too, all right, except for the fact that he's not afraid. There's no fear in him, all right. Now I saw him on a podcast a little bit earlier, chilling, doing the same thing, okay, telling his story, all right. But it's a story that needs to be told. You guys need to understand that just because we all are doing different things, basically the dreams are the same. We want to be successful. We want to be able to leave something for everybody else to look at and see, to show ourselves. Now, the pandemic kind of slowed filmmaking down, and right now the writer's strike is slowing people down. You still doing it though, all right? I mean, how does that feel that you can be able to do what you still be able to do what you're doing in spite of what's going on?
I'm gonna be honest, the pandemic sped life up for us. On the independent sector, we don't have to play by the same rules.
Yep.
So during the pandemic, that really took Tubi, which is the independent movie platform, and it expanded it and it really blew it up. So at the time, it was foreign to hear about independent movies. You hear about an independent movie, what you think about Paid in Full, State Property, but people
yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah,
these are movies that still had $1 million budgets. They were still distributed by like Lionsgate and major distribution companies. They had, you know, huge celebrities and rappers that stood behind it. So, you know, you got Benny Siegel, Freeway, you had Memphis Bleak, Jay-Z, Dame Dash, that were in State Property. Paid in Full, you got Mekhi Phifer, Cameron, Wood Harris. So a lot of times independence, it's a little bit different. Then people talk about like a Soul Plane, which again, look at who was in Soul Plane.
Yep.
Kevin Hart, Snoop Dogg, Monique. You had, so it was a different world. Like Hollywood says it takes at least $2 million to make a feature film. We beg to differ.
Okay, all right. I feel like this.
You know, the pandemic really, like without the pandemic, it probably wouldn't be an independent sector like we have now, and that allowed the world to sit down and have to actually go watch the movies because they had nothing else to do and no theaters, and you know they were only releasing what had already been shot. You know, something like a Coming to America 2 released on I think Amazon Prime or Netflix.
Right.
It shut Hollywood down, and so now people had to sit down and find something to do. And what did you get? You get independent movies, and it took off for us.
You got Tubi that popped up.
Yeah,
that's right.
Popped up hard.
How many films do you have under your belt, KC?
Currently I have 1, 2, 3, 6.
Oh, okay, not bad.
Yeah,
you've been busy.
I've been trying. Yeah.
So you've been trying. Come on, man. And we're gonna get to the trailer for Gunplay in a minute, man. Okay, because when you all see this movie, I'm telling you, it's you wouldn't believe it's an independent. All right, let's put it like that. You would not believe it's an independent that did this. You think it's a big budget movie, all right? And like he said, he took time to go through the pinpoint the exact things that we needed to see. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot that go into an action movie that people don't understand. There's a lot of choreography that goes into it.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
Not just because you got to remember when you're shooting a movie, especially for editing purposes, you need continuity.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you ever see a movie and the guy's going and he's reaching in his right pocket, and then you turn around and he's grabbing something with his left hand, it's kind of like, whoa, what happened? The camera angle, it should be something in his right hand. You see movies sometimes and people's clothes change. Like, you know, you see here now, I got on this black sweater, and then the camera change. I walk out one room and go into another one, and then it's like a red sweater, and you're like,
yeah,
he didn't change. That's just continuity issues where somebody made a mistake. So I wanted to really do a good job, and like I said, shout out to Jen Ross, Kayla Katana. Those are two of the producers that work with me that are on my team.
Thank you.
Like I said,
thank them from me.
Martez Brooks, you know, we wanted to make sure the continuity was right. So we did a lot of choreography, you know, walkthroughs on how should this happen, where do you fall, you know, where would the blood be at? If you were shooting, where should you be aiming? So it was a lot of effort and energy that went to it.
And it shows, man, for real. Let me ask you this. So as you mentioned, you know, Tubi is basically that house for independence, all right? But there's a lot of people, when the opportunity came, they just put movies out. All right? I was told not to say it was garbage, okay? But they just put movies out.
I mean, let's be honest. There's a lot of bad movies that's out.
Come on now.
What I would say is I congratulate everybody for getting it done, because that's a big deal. You sit and you look back and you see that it takes a tremendous amount of effort to complete a project. So the other thing that a lot of people don't understand, there's no blueprint in independent film. A lot of filmmakers don't support each other, so they won't sit in and tap in with you and talk to you about what you may be doing wrong, what's an easier way to go and make something happen. So I can't get mad at those people for not knowing what they're doing. I had a young lady who reached out to me on, I don't know if it was Instagram or Facebook, named Unique Walker Blackman, and she's based out of Atlanta, her and her husband Tony, and they're looking to shoot a movie in Cincinnati. It's called Hidden Truths. Okay. And she just had some questions about the movie business, and we talked, and I was giving her kind of jewels and gems, and we, were kind of going back and forth about some things. And she said, I'm inquiring about, potentially, after so long, it was like, well, I might be interested in, bringing you on and hiring you as the director and having your team. And like I told her, I said, whether you decide that you're going to bring me on and we can work out, the intricacies and the details to get together, I still want to see you make a quality movie. I still want you to know what goes on in the business, what to expect, because when it comes to post-production, a lot of people don't know the cost and stuff that's associated with post-production, making sure the movie's colored, making sure the sound's mixed and mastered. You got to still make sure that the movie is scored the right way. That's a big deal. Scoring, everybody doesn't understand what it is, so I was happy that I was able to shed some light on her, because everybody won't do that. They won't, take the opportunity to reach out to somebody else, well, to answer those questions or those inquiries. I try my best to give everybody a phone call. They reach out to me and I got the time. I try my best to answer the questions, because I'm going somewhere, and when I get to the next level, I need somebody to answer my questions when it comes to me getting to the next level in Hollywood or working with a big platform. So I'm glad I can kind of, trickle down and share with others.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, and that it's a genuine brother, because earlier when we were talking, and I let him know that we I'm getting my hands wet with this film stuff too. I've done it before, but I wasn't really satisfied, and I'm really trying to do it right now. And he gave me so many gems, man, earlier, seriously, and just said, "Hey, man, look, you need to do it. I offer my help." All right, that's a genuine brother right there. He said, "If I need him, call him." So I got you. I'm and I said it on the air, and I know he gonna stand on his word. It's all good, because I'm definitely gonna do the car.
It's enough money out here for everybody. You look up and you go to. You have been to Vegas and you go to Caesar's Palace.
Mm-hmm.
Every designer you can think of is out there.
That's right.
Christian Louboutin, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Maison Margiela, like you name it, they're out there. And if that store is still open doing business, I mean, they profiting. You look up, Pillsbury not concerned about what the Kroger brand is doing.
That's right.
They both selling cinnamon rolls, but Kroger brand got to be staying in business somehow, and somebody's buying them because that's their preference. So why wouldn't I want to help? Why wouldn't I, share what I've learned? If I made a mistake, it don't benefit me to see you make the same mistake. So it's like, it's only right that you try to give somebody an opportunity that you didn't have and share the knowledge. I tell anybody, I lost like $75,000 on my first movie. Wow. Made a lot of mistakes, messed up some stuff that I didn't know because there was nobody there to point me in the right direction and show me.
Right.
So I don't want to see somebody else do that.
Wow.
Man, shout out to my man Mark Casey, who's tuning into super producer, super director Mark Casey out there doing this thing. Sasha Lanes, y'all go check Sasha Lanes out too.
Sasha Lanes, yes.
Most definitely. Okay. So as you went through this whole process of doing everything, you just said you lost $75,000. Wouldn't that make you want to say, well, damn, I ain't gonna do this no more?
No, I mean, I realized why I lost the money. It was a lesson that I learned. Okay. It's a valuable lesson learned even in defeat. So for me, it was a lesson that I learned, and I knew what not to do. Like my first movie was almost 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Shout out to Glenn Plummer. Glenn told me, like, man, the movie too long. You need to do this different. You got to do that. You got to do this. Like, it was so many scenes that we shot that never made the movie, and you got people who got paid to be in the movie, hair, makeup, wardrobe. It was a lot that went to it. We knew nothing at the time about marketing or advertising at all, and we put the movie out there and it failed like miserably. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I got one of the first independent movies, especially out the city. I got all these celebrities in here. I got Peter Guns from Love and Hip Hop. I had Fredo Starr who and Moesha, Snoop from The Wire. I had the guy that played Steel and Juice, Jermaine Hopkins. Jamal Willard played Biggie and Notorious, and again we had Glenn Plummer, who most people know him from being OG Bobby Johnson.
Yes, sir. OG Bobby Johnson.
Purnell in the
the one with Jada Pinkett, Minister Society.
Minister Society. And I'm like, oh, I got a multi-million-dollar movie, and it wasn't a bad project, but it wasn't a great project, and we didn't know enough about marketing and advertising, and at the time it failed.
But that's that thing. That's what I'm saying, KC. I mean, you got all of these people in there. I know you spent some dimes on that, okay?
I spent a lot of money.
Come on, man. And you said I'm gonna keep going.
You just imagine you know, with Jordan, he get to the playoffs, he lose to the bad boys. His mindset was he had to beat them.
Yeah.
He had to figure it out. You know, where did I go wrong? I needed to get stronger. Kobe shot the air balls, and what did he say? They was right on line. They was just a little bit short. I mean, my legs wasn't there. I needed to get stronger. So for me, it was the same thing. I needed to get stronger. I needed to get better. I needed to educate myself more, because a lot of it was just not knowing. It was just being ignorant to certain things and not knowing, and not having somebody bounce stuff off of you. I don't know if everybody know who Kamal Smith is, but Kamal Smith, writer, director, actor, producer, like, you know, Kamal Smith, we ended up meeting, and Kamal Smith became like a mentor and a big brother to me. And we were, you know, even now we talk, we bounce ideas off each other, and iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was something that I needed, and I needed to be around filmmakers, because I knew nobody who made films at the time. So like now I call somebody, hey, I see you doing a movie. Can I come on your set? You know, it's a series that's getting ready to come out. Stranger in Our House from Renika McQueen and Kamal's helping direct it. I went on their set. It was no issues. Kamal did a movie called The Wrong One. I called Mal, I want to come on set. I'm good friends with Lisa Brown from the Dirty D. I can call Lisa anytime. Hey, I want to pull up. I want to come on set. It's no issues, no problems. So I had to learn the business. You know, I had to get around other filmmakers, and it's kind of like sports. If you're a boxer, who do you spar with? Other professionals. If you beat up on people that don't know how to fight, you don't get better.
Okay, I got you. Hey, you mentioned the Dirty D, man, and you're doing full-length films, all right? You ever thought about doing episodial films?
I've considered it. I've got a project in mind that I want to go into a series on. I'm not looking to skip the line and go right now and do it. I got a couple other films that I want to do first. But I got a project that I want to take it and turn it into a series. It's going to take me a little time, because again, I'm not looking just to do dramas. Like I said, I'm cool with the drama and everything, but I'm more of an action, thriller, suspense kind of guy. So my budget's probably going to be a lot bigger than everybody else. So you got to, you know, you're doing a series. The way I want to do this one is you got to be prepared for it.
Take your time, right? You told me that earlier too. We talked about that earlier. You know, you got to plan it out first. But he mentioned that the movie that he did. Tell him how long it took you to do it.
We shot Gunplay in 12 days.
12 days, Gina.
We shot it in 12 days.
We working on 12 months. We working on 12 months.
We started April 1st. We wrapped on April the 13th. We took April the 12th off. It was ready for our premiere June 18th, so right around the 60-day mark. But my editor, like I said, shout out to Martez Brook with Cardiac Films. He does a lot. He's a director, creative control with the Boys and Girls Club of America. So he spent like 10 days or so in New York for Fashion Week with the kids from the Boys and Girls Club. It was his wife's birthday. It was a milestone for her. They spent another like 7 to 10 days in Costa Rica. And then he had a family member that died unexpectedly, and he had to go to Florida and Georgia. So he had like 30 days of travel time in the midst of us trying to edit and get ready for the premiere. So like we had a lot that we were doing, and we were still able to get it done in, you know, that shorter period of time, which was remarkable.
How many hours did you put in daily?
We usually try to stay within 12 hours. My assistant director, Kayla Katana, she is a stickler on time. You know, she's big on structure and discipline with call sheets. So our days we shoot are usually are scheduled for 12 hours. We try our best never to go over, but it's a lot of days that you can finish early. I'm real big on preparation. So we rehearse a lot, making sure that, you know, we're not doing 50 takes. That's a big deal. So a lot of times we don't do a ton of takes. We get in, we get the job done. You know, like I said, we have a good time on set. We laugh and we bond and have our camaraderie and you know, the morale is high. But you know, I like for everybody to understand that it's a job, it's a business that we got to go to accomplish. So we don't want to be there all day and all night.
I'm telling you though, man, look, time is money. Y'all understand this, Gina? Time is money, all right? So when we out there
laughing, in this business got a dollar sign attached to it.
Come on. You out there laughing and joking and this and that, but the clock's still running, all right? And the budget's starting to get smaller and smaller because, hey, man, you're taking up all this, you're taking up the time. We schedule this, you know, but hey, man, look, do me a favor, KC.
Yo.
We can ready to play this trailer, man. Kick it to this trailer.
Hey, this is the official trailer for Gunplay. Shout out to Don Bishop from Black Ink Chicago, Tia Black, Denzel Dandridge, Mr. 2 L's, Leah Envy, my man Brian Wilbert. I call him B Stone, Stone Jungle. It's the official trailer for Gunplay.
Let's go, man. This is Gunplay. Y'all gotta watch this movie. There we go.
Okay, stupid question, but not really that stupid. Why do you have a picture with a bubble hanging up on your wall?
Because I'm a hitman. My dad used to be in the Army with my godfather, Texas. They used to do like black ops and shit, but he got an honorable discharge a few years back. PTSD and anxiety. He's been real paranoid and having nightmares and stuff. He's been teaching me and Malik how to defend ourselves. I'm talking about boxing gyms, mixed martial arts, and gun ranges. Like, I could really fuck somebody up.
Let's go hit you out in the light, son. Let's go. Eat.
You are such an amazing father. He and the kids are so lucky to have you.
Thank you, babe.
Your wife a fucking fan, my nigga. It ain't shit else to talk about.
Look, let me talk to her. Give me 24 hours. I'll convince her to walk away from the case and get whatever information she got on that crew.
You sure that's him, bro?
Yeah. I remember his face when we slid on his whole ass friends last year. It's his twin sister walking with him too.
My pop's gonna find y'all and make sure all y'all niggas pay for this shit.
You find him now. I don't care what you have to do, but then find him. And when you find him, you kill him. Try and get him.
Sam, I'm coming through the tunnel. I'm on your 6.
Dallas, you gonna show how we robbing?
Maybe this come from.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on now, KC.
Who chose the name Gunplay?
It was chosen by a young lady named Ashley Marie.
Okay.
What's up, bro?
Good job, Moby. What's up? Hey, now I got a comment here from super director, super producer Mark Case. He says, "I'm very proud of my Detroit filmmakers. I've been gone to LA so long that I don't know most of these young men. I'm filming 2 movies in Detroit. I just want my people to stop killing kids and women in their films." What do you think about that comment, KC?
Had that conversation with Quentin Tarantino, the director of The Equalizer, the director of John Wick, the director of Expendables. Is it real life or is this fictional that we dealing with? You know,
yeah, that's the thought I had too.
I'm not saying that, and I had somebody that wrote me on Facebook yesterday in the Tubi group, and he said Black people glorify this, and my movie wasn't about glorifying gang violence, glorifying drugs or anything where it was demeaning or belittling anybody when it comes to culture or race. It was an action movie. It was a fictional story, and we put a lot of action and time and effort behind it. But when you say that, sit back again. I'm not the first person to make a action movie. Like, what are you in movies? Genres are based on preferences. So if that's not something that you're into, don't watch it.
And my whole thing is that they're gonna offer up the criticism. Why don't you offer up a script? Give me a script. Especially if you got big producers out there, dumping on movies like that. To me,
he's not dumping. Mark's not dumping on the movie. He's just saying what his dream is.
Yeah, I understand that part. I'm talking about, in general, where you got people that just come up and just start talking stuff like what he was just saying, about, we glorify and didn't even check out the movie. They just saw the trailer. You know what I'm saying? They didn't check out the plot.
And I got to say this too. If you look at the movie poster, it says, "How far would a father go to protect his son?"
Huh.
All right. So that's what the movie's about.
There's a lot of that in it. Yeah.
I don't want to tell too much of the movie before everybody sees it, but if you go through the movie and you see that that's a family, that's a happy family.
It's crazy. You watch Die Hard, Mission Impossible, Rambo, anything like that, and it's okay.
Yeah.
But then you get a African American movie, a Black movie, and we become these Neanderthals and barbaric, and they have no recollection for life, and they don't cherish this. And it's like, listen,
man, they can't go.
It's a fictional movie, but let's just say that it was truthful. Let's say that
I'm just saying, do what you do, bro.
What do you do? Do we not tell stories? Do we not shed light on things?
And that's what we all do. And as Mark said, he said life imitates art. Yeah. So I mean, I'm saying this, again, I see both sides. I see what he's saying, Yeah, we doing movies, and you telling, KC, you wrote a fantastic script, so I ain't even taking that away from you, okay? Yeah. And again, you got to look at the whole thing from start to finish, and we've learned this from a lot of people, Mark Casey as well. From the beginning to the end, and in the beginning, the first thing I saw was the movie poster. All right, how far would a father go to protect his son? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, let's get into it. I saw this last week. I'm not even going to change what I'm saying. It's a fantastic movie. I loved it. I got mad because I wanted how can I say this, KC? I need part 2 tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Not tomorrow.
I need it tomorrow.
I want to comment on that remark about killing kids and women in movies. Initially, it was a shock to me. When I saw the beginning, I was like, it really did. It put a shocker on me. And then the next thought was, well, dang, this happened all the time. This really does happen. These things really do happen in our communities. We can't put our head in the sand and say it doesn't happen. But that wasn't what the movie was based on. You know what I'm saying? It like you said, bro, it wasn't based on, killing any women and children. It was making a point about, like you said, a father protecting his family. But in the beginning, when it opened, it brought you that shocker, but it got your attention as well. But you know, we deal with this on a daily.
I can tell you something that's simple. I don't like rock music, so I don't listen to it. I'm not really a horror fan. So what they do in horror movies don't really have nothing to do with me because it's not my genre. So if this isn't for you, just stay out of it. It's real simple.
Thank you.
I don't work for the big three, so I don't really have a dog in the fight of what's happening with the strike because I don't know necessarily what the corporate side is going through, and I don't understand what the factory workers are dealing with. So instead of me really butting in and getting into it, it's like, hey, I wish everybody the best. I hope it works out.
That's it, right?
So when somebody says like, oh, I don't like the kind of movies you make, don't watch them. It's very simple.
Very, very simple.
Hey man, I want Shayna Tate's watching as well. She's brown skin, coffee, tea, and wine, okay, but she got this big screen in the middle of her shop. I'm gonna ask her to play this movie if you don't mind. Play this movie at the place. I'm gonna have people comment on it. I'm gonna film it, and I'm gonna send that to you.
Let me know when y'all do it. If I'm free, I'm gonna try and come down, man.
Oh man, that would
be great. Yeah,
great. I'll set that up. Mark says he's not here to bash any filmmaker. He just saying that watching movies killing Black women and Black kids desensitize our community for death.
Again, he's entitled to his opinion. I'm not here to argue and go back and forth about it. At the end of the day, how he feels is something he's entitled to. I did a podcast and the guy said, "Is it killing in the movie?" I said, "It's called gunplay." He said, "I won't watch it." I said, "No problem. I understand. Everything is not for everybody."
Right.
I'm not here to reinvent the wheel. I'm not here to necessarily change the world. I make independent films. I enjoy it. I'm hoping this is a very lucrative financial business for me. And like I said, I'm staying within my lane and doing what's best for me. If this is just something that he doesn't agree with, he's not wrong. It's his opinion. He's entitled to it.
Right.
No problem.
And Marquez is very outspoken, and great friend of mine, actually.
And that's what I said. Like I'm not telling him that he's wrong by any means.
Right.
How he feels is completely what he is entitled to. Like, he has to understand that I'm understanding where he's going with it. People make movies about slavery and different things, and they're like, oh, can we get past this or can we do that? It is, if you heard the news clip, it was a real story that happened. That situation happened really.
Up in there, and it did. Yes.
It was a real situation that happened, and we shed light on it. Similar to, if anybody heard of a show called Street Legal by Dennis Reed. Shout out to Dennis Reed, Homestead Entertainment. They had a story that was similar to the Shanquella Robinson story, and people were like, "Oh well, her family wanted to tell the story, and they wanted to have the rights." And it's like, at the end of the day, sometimes we shed light on situations.
Right.
We do. We shed light on situations. Again, like you said, my movie talked about how far would a father go to save his family. A lot of us say, to the end of the earth.
Right.
What you do to save your family.
Yeah.
And that's really what the message was in the movie. There's some nuances and other things that took place in there.
Sure.
And entertainment, sometimes we got to do certain things.
I liked it, bro. I liked it.
So
it wasn't a trailer, but the trailer brought you in so you can go see the rest. That's what I dug about it.
No, I appreciate that.
And like I said, I looked at the movie the way that I look at movies. All right, I look at it for the aesthetic quality. I look at it for the music, how you brought this plot in, how you brought it out, and different things that are going to make me say, okay, now I know why that was done. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, that news clip told me that's why that was done. Okay, and it played it out. You know what I'm saying? The movie actually played that news clip out.
And that was, even with that clip, that was no, with us doing a reenactment and some things that we did, that was no disrespect to the family and nobody else. But again, it happened.
It happened.
It's public record, like these things are broadcasted. Like somebody said, well, why would you show that? Why did they put it on the news? Because they wanted to bring awareness to it, right?
That's the question.
So yeah, I mean, as far as
why they upload the clips to YouTube? Because somebody wanted to bring awareness to it.
Absolutely.
So,
no.
Now let me ask a question too, because we hear from a lot of filmmakers that there are certain actors or actresses that you put in a lot of your movies because of their acting skills. Do you do the same, or do you like to just switch it up every movie?
I try to. I'm big with using fresh faces and giving opportunities. So the young lady who played Malaya, Tia Black, that was her first lead role. Leah Envy had worked with me before, but she hasn't had a lot of acting experience. You know, Don Brumfield has done a host of movies. Denzel did a host of movies. He did a movie with me called Absence of Innocence. So we've got a good relationship. Sometimes the character description, you know, when you're writing it and when you're visualizing it in your head, you can know I want such and such to play this part.
Yeah.
The guy who played Smoke, that's a personal friend of mine. Shout out to you know, his name Brian Wilbur. He got a clothing line, Stone Jungle. That's what we, you know, portrayed in the movie with the lion.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That particular him as an actor, that was his first lead role. This is his first movie that he had streaming. The guy that got shot in the car and chopped in the throat in the strip club, his character was Ice. His real name is Steve Mack. This was his first time in a movie. So we use a lot of first timers. It's a catch-22. You know what you're getting from the individuals who are seasoned that you've worked with before. You know the level of professionalism that they're going to bring. You know the level of dedication and commitment that they bring. But the fresh faces deserve an opportunity. You know, I look at sports broadcasting with NBA TV, TNT, and you got Charles Barkley, who's a multimillionaire. He played in the NBA, and now he's making money doing broadcasting. You got Kenny the Jet Smith. You got Shaq. These guys who already got money, and it's like, well, what about the kid that's coming out of college that wants to do broadcasting? And sometimes you need a mixture of both because they bring a certain element to it, and so do other people. So I'm big with kind of just mixing it in.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, man, speaking of mixing it in, man, we got a life coach that come through every now and then. All right, his name is Life Coach Jeff Relaford, man. And I'm not gonna play his intro music and everything, but he got this little message you want to send to us. All right, here you go.
Coach Jeff coming to you with another 1 minute thought, everybody. So real quick, so for today's 1 minute thought, I want you all to really ponder this and think about it. How many of y'all are actually trusting y'all process? And I'm not going to tell you to trust the process, but I guess I am going to tell you to trust the process. But I'm asking you, how many of y'all actually trust in y'all process? And what I mean by process, not a set of systematic steps. What I mean is, how many of you all are actually just embracing the journey that you're on and taking advantage of the opportunities that you created because you put yourself out there? I want that to really sink in for the 1 minute thought today. I really need people to start embracing the journey, stop being so task oriented, but just know that, look, if you stay on the path, it's all going to work out. Be clear, concise, and defined with what you want and where you want to go, and you will get there. Manifestation starts up here first. I believe that's why God gave us a brain. God gave us a brain so we can think it, and he gave us hands so we can produce it. So I encourage everybody, stay on your path. And if you thought about it up here, you could produce it with this, or you could speak it with this. So, all right, y'all. It's Life Coach Jeff coming to you with the 1 minute thought. Remember, redirect, regroup, refocus. I love y'all. Peace out.
J Real.
That's that life coach. Life coach Jeff Relaford.
That's real. A lot of people want to cheat the process in life. You know, you got to sometimes look at life like it is going to the gym. You see a guy and he look like dying looking the movie, you earn that body.
That's right. That's right.
Hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. That's the recipe to success in anything that you do. Hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. And when you sacrifice, you're giving up something for the good of something else. And that's the hardest thing we deal with, is being able to sacrifice, because it's uncomfortable. So, you know, in the film world, I'm, you know, where I am, you know, of course, I want to do a movie and somebody say, man, we give you $50 million to go do such and such.
Hell yeah.
What about
what
happens when you ain't did what happens when you haven't did $1 million movie yet? How can you handle the 50 million? You know, Yo Gotti said I wasn't ready for that 100 million. Now I am, because at the time he said he was financially irresponsible. And you had gave them the 100 million. It's kind of like the lottery. How many people go broke after they hit the Mega Millions because they don't know?
Plenty of them.
So, in you know, in film, it's the same thing. You know, you got to understand that it's stair steps to getting where you need to be. You know, you don't become the greatest director, you know, saying known to man overnight. Like it's a process, and you got to, you know, relish in it. You got to enjoy it. You got to grow and you got to develop.
Facts. See, he already gave his little thought after. You know, we always have our guests give a word of wisdom, some thoughts, some nuggets to the people. Okay.
Before we go off too, I want to shout out my man Levert Butler. He got this clothing line, No Pressure. I didn't know him. He reached out to me a couple weeks ago. He sent it over to me, and I promised him I was gonna wear it on the show that I got. It came in the mail today, so I wanted to keep my word. Tell him I got my sweatshirt on, No Pressure.
It is.
You know, shout out to Levert.
Hey man, tell Levert, man. Hey, give me his information. I'm gonna holler at him, man, so we can wear some of that on the show too.
Gotcha.
That's right.
Promote him. That's what
I can't get a Dope Living TV t-shirt, so let's wait.
Okay, man, she had a no. Hey, don't laugh at her, Casey. Don't give her.
Hey sis.
She washed. Hey man, she washed the letters, and she washed it so much the letters fell off of it.
Oh man,
KC, I've had the shirt for 3 years. I can't even get another one. I gotta wash it every day.
Oh man, you gotta get her a shirt.
I got you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get her a shirt.
Let's see, when you come back on here, Casey, to talk about your next movie, I better have a new shirt.
You got to.
Casey,
Go ahead.
Tell him to give me a shirt too.
Casey, you are a spokesperson.
Man, you gotta take care of your people, man.
Yeah, man, I'm lacking. I ain't gonna lie, I'm lacking.
I'm big on independent clothing lines. Like I'm big on independent clothing lines. That's how Stone Jungle got in the movie. Initially, I was just buying the clothes from Brian, and you know, us talking and chopping it up, we became friends. And like I said, we've been friends, like real good friends, for a few years now. And me having the opportunity to do the movie and having the platform, I didn't even it was a surprise to him that we you know, named the gang in the movie the Stone Jungle Boys, and that they were gonna have the shirts on, and you know, like putting it in the opening credits and everything. He didn't ask me to do it. He didn't know nothing about it. When he read the script, because like I said, he played Smoke in the movie, he called and he like, man, what the hell is this? And I'm like, what you mean? He like, you really doing this for me? And I'm like, you did it. It's your brand, your line. He like, what I owe you? I'm like, you owe me nothing. I'm like, I believe in it enough to wear it, so why not? I'm like, you know, we give Nike and Jordan and everybody else our money, and they already, you know, got billions of dollars. Yeah. Why not support each other?
Man, I'm gonna send you a Dope Living t-shirt. You'll probably get it before they get theirs, though.
Wow, look at that.
No, hey man, look, inbox me, message me, send me your size, what color you want, and long sleeve or short sleeve. Just let me know. I got you.
You got it.
Negro.
You gotta get them their shirts first, because I don't want no smoke.
Case, look. If you get a damn shirt before I get a shirt, there's gonna be some
gunplay.
There's gonna be some gunplay.
Yeah, it is. Hey man, look, hey, we appreciate you coming through the show, man. Okay, what's next for you, KC?
Right now, I'm working with a lady named the Johnny herself. She goes by DJ Self. We're doing a movie called Sin in My Household. We're doing the casting call October the 1st here in Southfield at my place, 23800 West 10 Mile. It's a story that has some true reenactments to it, but you know, there's some fiction in there as well. But it's a women's empowerment story that talks about an individual who endured a lot of physical, emotional, and verbal abuse from her spouse. A guy that was very narcissistic and abusive, and he pushed her away from all of her dreams and aspirations. And somehow, you know, with prayer and a strong support system, she was able to garner the strength to come out of that situation and become an entrepreneur. And, you know, right now she owns over 100 tax offices across the country and 25 phlebotomy and CNA schools. So this next one is it's a drama, and it's got some thriller and stuff in there, but it's really to shed light on individuals who are experiencing different forms of emotional, physical, and mental abuse, who are dealing with mental health crisis, letting them know that they can overcome these traumas and still chase their dreams and become successful.
That's what's up, man.
Man.
Can't wait for that one. But for right now, everybody, look, I need everybody, and I'm gonna hook that up with Shayna. I'm gonna talk to her when I get off this this live here to see if we can play that movie there, and I'll let you know what details is with that, because I want everybody to be able to talk about what they liked about the movie, and like you said before, what they liked.
Honestly, if you don't like it, tell me.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
exactly.
I'm okay with you not liking it. I'm not one that says I got the greatest movie in the world and everybody has to like it. If you feel like you didn't care for it, I can understand that. I can take constructive criticism.
For sure.
It's a part of the game.
Oh, it's gonna happen though. We're gonna do that, man. I get you down here and check and talk about the movie. Let the people say what they got to say. All right, but I want everybody right now to just go ahead, go to Tubi, check out the movie. It's called Gunplay. It is, to me, I don't care what nobody else say. To me, it's a fantastic movie. Okay, it has depth. It has a lot of twists and turns. Y'all gonna be real surprised with this movie. Okay, but that's my homie right there, Mr. Mark. Mark KC, my homie too, but it's my homie right here, Mr. KC Carson. Matter of fact, he around the corner, y'all. All right, he right around the corner. So
if they're looking for me, they can find me on Facebook. KC, just the initials, last name Carson. Instagram, I am KC Carson. The whole world got my number, 586-255-5636.
Wow, they do now if they didn't.
Come on, y'all. That's the same thing Morris Day did. 777-9311.
Mike Jones did it.
Everybody knew it.
But I'm easy to get in contact with, man. Like I said, I'm looking to grow. I'm looking to grow my brand, my company, KC Carson Productions. That's the only way to do it. It's a network, so I ain't afraid of it.
And he got the whitest teeth in the industry, y'all. Look at that.
I appreciate it. I'm Lorena Soto in Colombia.
Okay, there we go. There we go. He branded everybody. He got the teeth are branded, y'all. Come on now.
You got a brand for everything.
That's what's up. Hey man, appreciate you hanging out with us and
it's very interesting.
We definitely want to have you come back to the show, man.
Yes,
anytime, man. Let me know.
Especially when part 2 get released, because I'm gonna tell you something, man. A couple of times when I was listening to that mug, I looked down and I messed around and looked down too long and I almost ran off the road.
Don't do that, Mo.
You gotta wait till you at home to watch it so you can get the full effect of it, man.
I couldn't help it.
It's a part that you got to see with your eyes.
Look, I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna listen to this mug and I ain't gonna get it. And then in certain parts, I can't say, of course, in certain parts, you got to turn around and look down. So
you have to.
I turned around, look down. I'm like, I know this mug not. Oh, dang!
Mo and Mo and the score, and that's the part where if you ain't watching it, you listen to the score.
Yeah,
you listen to the score. Hey, bro, you did this. You did this.
I appreciate that, man. Like I said,
I said, what? She
what?
What?
Man, I appreciate y'all.
Man, it was live. I like it. I love it.
Yes.
All right, y'all. This is DopelivenTV Live. We're gonna see you guys tomorrow. Okay, go check out that movie. See, the thing with Tubi, it's free right now. Okay, so when he make his next movie, probably ain't gonna be free, but y'all still got to go check it out. Okay,
part 2.
And then the writer's strike will be over. Then you really gonna have to pay that $10 and $20 to go see the movies. All right, so hey, man, look. Get him while he got him right now, all right? He's a fantastic director, producer, okay? Gunplay is the name of the movie. KC Carson is the guy who did it. All right, this is DopelivenTV Live. We'll see you guys tomorrow, all right? Peace out.
Appreciate it.